Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. Happy Friday, guys. It is the 9th of January, 2026. This is our weekly recap. I put this out there for free. If you want to join us, link in the description, come on over to smartoptiontrading.com. We'd love to have you. So let's talk about this week and talk about what's going on here. And the market is trying to do a slow grind breakout. So, the SPY made a new all-time high and a couple times this week, including today. And with about 30 minutes to go, we're on the highs of the day and a nice hold of the 8-day there on that dip from Wednesday. And here we are pushing up to a new all-time high. The Dow hit an all-time high earlier this week, along with the IWM, strength in the small caps here today. The financials hit an all-time high last week, not quite here this week, but held in. Remember, earnings season kicks in next week on Tuesday morning. So you see JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup all hanging out here waiting for that. Big week of rotation. Energy had a big day yesterday, holding sideways today. We have the meeting going on right now between Trump and the energy execs about Venezuela. ExxonMobil back up again. By the way, that 125.93 is the all-time high. Chevron up a little bit there as well. B Energy Bloom Energy's had a big week there too. What else out there, guys? We'll talk the SMHs here. Another big week in the SMHs just hit a new all-time high here. And the heavy lifting is not being done by the names you would think. NVIDIA is left for dead right now, along with AMD. Abgo, while a nice little candle today, is not doing much. It's been continues to be on the backs of names like Micron, who's right back to the all-time high. SNDK, look at this, a new explosive move here. They cannot get enough of these names, even though the PEs are through the roof. It just doesn't matter here. We're also seeing in the chip companies that basically develop the machinery to create the semis. AMAT, new all-time high. LRCX, new all-time high. ASML, new all-time high. Taiwan Semi this morning reported their December numbers, which were through the roof. They report Wednesday night, Thursday morning. They're going to beat, that's a given based on the data we've seen for every month at this point, and they're going to guide up again. The other one that's been very good this week is, I can't believe I'm saying this, Intel. Intel acting like the Intel all this is a new multi-year high. Traded it, had a beautiful trade on today with options. I mean, just acting very, very differently. What else we talk about this week? Amazon has been strong all week. We've traded this one. Nice move here on Amazon. I'm flat it right now on all calls. I'm still in my long-term stock, which I'm heavy on. And, there's your all-time high. And this one looks like it's finally starting to wake up. 5 up days in a row. Little dips here as long as the market holds. I like that one for more. Speaking of all-time highs, Google said, I'm not done today, yesterday, the new all-time highs holding in great. It's definitely a market of haves and have-nots. Speaking of have-nots, let's talk Netflix. They do not want this. They keep dropping it. At some point it becomes a buy, not yet. Microsoft held again this 410 area, but not doing special. Meta up today, but overall not looking special. Looks weak. Coin and crypto continues to get beaten up. Hood also continues to just languish here. There's not much going on in those names there. What have we talked about? Palantir has been trying. Had a beautiful candle 2 days ago. Gave it all back yesterday, and kind of looking meh here. Oracle, maybe a little wake up candle today. We got to keep an eye on that gap for next week. We'll keep an eye on that one. CRM continues to hold tight, but came down. Same thing with Snowflake. These just don't seem to want these cloud names right now. I've got to talk about Apple. Apple's been hot death, but it's trying to hold back down here. We haven't talked Tesla and Musk. Tesla here, it looked ugly. Nice reversal candle yesterday. Followed through today, got above the 50-day briefly before coming back in. So, overall looking a little bit better. Boeing's had another solid week breaking out here today. We saw Costco waking up this week. Home Depot's on a rampage today, along with Ulta, which is at a new all-time high there. The market is doing this rotation game. It's rotating around to different names and giving lots of trades. Speaking of rotation, ONDS had a massive move here. I am down to 25% of my position as I've given scaling out here. Look for add back on a back and fill. I think this wants to work its way towards 17 or higher. I also took some of my black sky offer, BKSY. Had a nice move here. I'm in the longest in 16 areas, so took some off up here. Nice move there. We've also saw moves in names like RCAT this week, coming back in here a bit. Rocket Lab hit a new all-time high. And, a lot to talk about. It was a wild week in the defense space. Look at these candles on Northrop Grumman. Can't have Trump says he's going to issue an order, no more buybacks or dividends, but then throws out a $1.5 trillion defense budget. So you got this big back and forth all over the place on these names, and it just, talk about whipsaw. Uh, you know, this market remains strong. Next week we have data, we have CPI, we have PPI on Tuesday and Wednesday. We have earnings start on Tuesday morning. We have the tariff decision from the Supreme Court now on Wednesday. I think they said 10 a.m. So these are going to be the drivers of the market next week. There's going to be a lot of juice, a lot going on. So, get a good weekends of rest, enjoy, and buckle up. It's going to be a crazy ride. You want to join us? Link in the description below. Hope everybody's doing good. It was a nice week here. Traded a lot of different names.